Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's 2021, so Happy New Year. This is our very first video of the year, and last year I did my top 20 favorite things. So this year I thought, let's do my top 21 favorite things, and 21 being my favorite number. But also, it's a new year, we all need a fresh start, and sometimes there's some really cool things that I use and I talk about in other videos that people do ask about. So I'm going to be sharing with you my top 21 favorite things for 2021. Let's get started. Number 1, the Itero Element 5D. What is new about the Itero Element in the 5D that wasn't there last year in the previous versions is this extra tool called near infrared imaging. And now approved in both Canada and the US, we are so excited because it really saved me this year. It allowed me to do look through teeth and do almost virtual exams in a way that I couldn't before. And also with all the PPE and things like that I had to have on, I was able to virtually examine a patient even after they had left the clinic. So total game changer and saved us very much so in 2020. Number 2, I wanted to show you a personal thing. It's something that I picked up in 2020, and that is this personal monogrammed necklace. It's by Jenny Bird. You can go to jennybird.com and you can get this. I got this at the Closet Boutique in Moncton. They will ship it to you, but also it just is really cool piece, and it holds up, and I'm sure it's not real gold, but it certainly holds up in every situation. I've had it for many months, and it's just, you can get your own letters. It's a really nice gift you can give someone, or it's a really nice gift to yourself. Number 3, this pressure pot. I mean, I know if you've been into dental school, you know what this is. What this does is it, under high pressure, can actually create for me a model or a mold of the patient's smile design that we developed, so that we can injection mold some veneers, some direct bonded veneers. And what I love about it is that it gives me the most incredible product that will then allow me to give you a nicer veneer look with no bubbles. Everything looks so beautiful. So if anyone is doing DSD direct, then you need one of these. Number 4, and it is the Superfoods by Believe Supplements. Now, I was never a big fan of supplements, but the supplements, the Believe supplements, are truly amazing. I've been using them just for a few months. Absolutely love them. They even get you your greens if you want to get your greens, but also your vitamin D. If you live in Canada or these places where, of course, it's only light for like 6 hours of the day, get this. Amazing. So, Quincy's laughing at me because for the first 2 times I did that, I used to squirt it all over my face. It is incredible. It's helping me with my workouts. It's allowing me to make sure I get lots of liquids, delicious, and it adds flavor to your water, but also it gives you some sort of other energy boosting things and just a little bit of caffeine, which I love. So anyway, try it out, Believe Supplements. You can get them from Lisa Croft. 25, I think, is her handle on Instagram. Number 5, we have a digital printer in our clinic. It's the Formlabs 2. We're probably going to be getting another digital printer in 2021 because we are doing so much printing. We can print anything. We can print shells for a mock-up on someone's teeth, but the most common thing we print are these models. We're using these models for everything, okay? So we no longer use goopy impressions. We take the digital scan with the Itero Element and then we print it with this printer. It takes only a couple of hours and we've printed your whole mouth. We can do all kinds of things with that, from make you bleach trays to make you, a mock-up for a smile design. So definitely one of my favorite things in 2020. Number 6, ginger turmeric water. Okay, what is that, right? I had this patient, she came in 2020, and she was telling me about her husband. He had a lot of inflammation, and she's from the Philippines, and in the Philippines, one of the naturopathic home remedies is for inflammation. They actually use turmeric and ginger, and they kind of heat it to a, like, not a high boil, but they cook it sort of. They either grate it or shave it, and then put it in the water, and then you drink that. Now her her and her husband, they put a little bit of lemon with it. I put a little, or sorry, honey. I put a little bit of lemon with mine. You can also add a little bit of apple, like fresh squeezed apple juice as well to make it sweet. But I keep it in this thermos, and every day I make sure that I have a glass of this. Now, the reason is, I don't know if you can see, it's very yellow. It's sort of like super yellow. It's delicious. It makes my water taste better, which is, again, I'll drink more water. But also, because I'm always doing a lot of athletics and a lot of sports, I find now that I'm older, I won't say how old, I feel stiff. And when I take that, it's just that for that general minor inflammation that I have, it's making a big difference. So try it out. DM me if you have any questions about how to do it, but definitely a cool thing to try in 2021. Number 7 is the app. I love apps. I love all apps, but the DSD app has really taken off for us. We've done more and more cases with the DSD app in the last year, and what we're doing is I'm actually having one of my team members help me with them, because of course it takes a little bit of time to do and get used to it, but once you get fast at it, it's super awesome. So this is an actual app design of one of my DSD coordinators, Suzanne, and so we're going to be ordering a design for her in a 3D model, like we're going to print it like I had explained previously, but to design it first in what we call 2D. So you can see here we run the slider across, and you can really see how that's going to change your smile. So that really motivates the patient to want to do something with their smile and really see beyond what they currently see when they look in the mirror. So it really gives them a nice visual, and it's really easy to use. Like I said, easily can train a team member to also do it, and get your patients thinking about, you know, what they could look like with a more beautiful smile in 2021. Number 8 is a personal thing. I put it in my hair. Not that my hair is anything great, but I do, before I style it, I do heat protectant, and I use Moroccan oil products. So I don't use the shampoo, but I really find that the oils, the leave-in oil for the heat, this is a heat protectant that I use, or you can also use the pure oil. Number 9 is this look. Seriously, what's not to love? Also in more casual look. Okay. Number 10, I am an apple fan. Not gonna lie, Quincy doesn't understand my passion for apple, but besides loving apples, being one of my favorite fruits, Apple computers and Apple things. So this year, in the last year, I converted all my I had PowerPoint presentations as I lecture to Keynote, and Quincy's been integral in helping me do that, but it means that I'm always getting to use an Apple computer. So can you see that? So I love the color of this, and I love the aesthetic, of course, because aesthetics are really important to me. But I also find that my presentations are much nicer, and so I think everybody should use Keynote. Number 11 is both for at-home use, but it's also a clinical thing. We used it this year. All of our patients, it's been shown that a peroxide rinse prior to dental procedure cuts down on up to 90% of the bacteria in the mouth. So we have used this rinse as a pre-procedural rinse. So if you come in for your clinical, any clinical procedure, we're going to get you to rinse with this. But guess what? It also is fresh tasting. It's the Crest 3D White, and it's called Glamorous White, and you can see it here. And it is also, you know, not that it's going to whiten, I don't believe, your teeth, but it's kind of nice. People feel nice, and the aesthetic of it, guess what, matches my clinic, because it's mostly white and a little bit of pink. Number 12 are two of my favorite little makeup products, just to brighten and even out the skin. But one of them, of course, is also got some sunscreen. As we know, the sun is getting worse and worse, and to be healthy and keep our skin healthy, we should always apply daily sunscreen. So I've actually quite sensitive to most sunscreens, so I find I break out, but this is the one that I don't break out to, and it's by La Roche-Posay. It's 50 SPF, and it's Anthos Mineral. Anyway, you can see here. You see that? You can get that at Shoppers Drug Mart. Very thin and a nice little coverage if you don't want to wear makeup. And then the other thing that I discovered is from Tarte, and I get this at Sephora, and it is a concealer, I guess you would call it. And it really, when you have, you know, sort of little dark circles like I have, you can kind of see that. under your eyes. It kind of brightens up under the eye. So you get the sheer coverage with this, and then to brighten up around the under the eye, I use that. So those are my two little favorite makeup products. Number 13. Oh God, lucky 13, right? It is amazing. 13 is actually one of my favorite numbers, and I think Quincy's too, actually, because it's also a golden ratio number. But that being said, dental monitoring hits number 13 with this. So you can see here, and we're going to show you, but dental monitoring has been integral in our clinic this year because with the pandemic, we wanted our patients to be virtually monitored very, very well. I had a patient come in this morning. She loves it, and she feels like she's taking her, she said, I feel like I'm taking my dentist home with me. Don't get me ideas. But you know, it really makes you feel like you're under really close care, and it's a digital way, it's artificial intelligence. It also gives you an update on how you're doing with your brushing and how your oral hygiene is. So you'll actually get like a little notification saying whether or not you can go to the next aligner. And what's better than that to know that you're doing a great job? Do it with dental monitoring. Love dental monitoring. Number 14 is books. Okay, so I've started to read a lot more books in the last year, but I also journal. So I always have a little journal. Usually it's my DSD book, but I actually ran out. JJ, that's for you. I had to get a different journal, but I journal almost every single day. But I also like to do something to kind of improve myself and work towards my goals. So Quincy got me this wish workbook, and it's like a 21-day journey where it allows you to kind of focus in, make that wish, and help make it happen. So I've been working through it. I love it. I kind of go back and forth, and it's really kind of cool. So if you want to check that out, I think it's by Alexa Fisher. So you should check that out, and you should always see if you can in 2021 do journaling. Try it. Let me know what you think. Number 15 is the dental tool of 2020, but of course going into 2021, it's my favorite tool in dentistry right now. It's a new thing I just discovered. I saw it on Instagram, and there was a dentist using it. I said, Patricia, we have to get this thing. It's amazing. And so she looked at me. She said, Peggy, we've had it in the clinic for months. I didn't know what it was. We got it as a free thing. I was like, what? So she gave it to me. I have, like, my acrylic veneers are even prettier, easier. I think it's just the user friendliness. If you want to do acrylic veneers as a dentist, or you want to have them, and you get this surface finishing done with this, it's called an Optrasculpt, and I love it. So I want to show you that. It just makes that nice finish touch and really kind of smooths everything out. Number 16 are my AirPods. In August, I just felt like spoiling myself. Well, it's my birthday month, but also, you know, I just decided I want AirPods. I wanted them last year for Christmas. I didn't get them. I was holding out for, my ears are very small, and I wanted the ones with the softer area. And I have small ears, and so, see, they're shorter than the original AirPods. And they are amazing. So they fit much more comfortably than the original AirPods. But this, if you know about anything about AirPods, they actually charge in the case while they're in there. You don't need to be on a charger at all times. I really love them. I listen to tons of podcasts, music, you know, anything I don't want to disturb anybody else with. I love them. I make sure they're always with me. They're always in my purse, and they're always charged. Number 17 are these special little burrs. Burrs are like tools that dentists put in their dental drill so that they can actually shape a tooth. But this one here by Strauss & Co., I think it is. You can see it. Is a very, very fine. It almost looks like the size of a mosquito nose. It's so tiny, and it allows me to shape in between the teeth when I'm doing Invisalign. A lot of dentists and orthodontists, sometimes we have to create a little bit of a shaping space for certain teeth to move into certain areas, and so we will use different things like files and drills and all these things. But this is so gentle, and I actually learned about this from my good colleague friend in Alberta, Stephen Schock, and he told me about this, and it is just a game changer. It makes doing that so much more comfortable for the patient, and it makes it fast for me. So if you're doing Invisalign, you definitely need to check out these Burrs by Strauss & Co. Number 18, back to Apple products, can't miss it, is my Apple Watch. You can see it right here. Hold on. There we go. I don't know what time it is, but I love my Apple Watch. It is a game changer. I am a bit of a, I love to set goals and I love to compete with myself. So I want to always know that I got all my steps in that day. I want to know how much exercise I did. I always make sure I turn it on before any workout, even walking my dog. I want credit, I want credit, I want credit. So I love at the end of the day when I go to put it on the charger, I see how well I did. It reinforces what I did, and I don't want any of the rings to not be closed. So that's like my number one feature that I love about the watch, but it has all kinds of other things too, because it allows me to go on a walk without my phone, and I can listen to my podcast or I can listen to my music without my phone. Love it. Got to get an Apple Watch. Number 19 are something new that we're using this year to do a little bit more complex cases of Invisalign, and that is TADS. That TADS stands for Temporary Anchorage Device System, and I get these actual TADS from the Rocky Mountain Orthodontics Company in the US, and absolutely doing things with the aligners and moving teeth in a much more predictable way to correct bites that need a little bit of extra help, teeth that are really tough to move, and it creates a temporary anchorage device and kind of helps pull that tooth right to where we need it in no time flat. So that's number 19. Number 20, what keeps Peggy ticking? Well, it's lots of rest. Well, not quite as much as I should get, but as much rest, exercise, and good food that I can eat, but I always make sure I still take a multivitamin. And again, I was never really one for supplements. I just started using the Believe supplements but for my workouts. But as far as my daily multivitamin, to make sure that I'm getting like all the things that I need to get to be performing at the level that I want, is I use a multivitamin, and the multivitamins that I use are called USANA. So I just take the basic 2, and I do take some, like I said, the vitamin D in addition, but I love taking these. I find I have lots of energy, and people are always asking me, Peggy, how do you do it? I'm like, okay, I don't know, but these are the things I do, and one of the most important things I do is to take a multivitamin every day. Number 21, my favorite thing is the Rock Solid SL Active implants by Straumann. These implants have allowed dentists to improve options for patients, allowing them to place narrower implants, shorter implants, and fewer implants in a way that allows for a better patient experience. So patients are being able to have implants that may not have been able to have them in the past, and also the healing time is so fast. So we love them. We use SL Active, and we use the Rock Solid implants with our periodontists, and together our practice is really built on using these implants, which are one of the best in the world, and I offer nothing better. I want to offer nothing more to my patients than the best materials, and so we love the Straumann implants, the Rock Solid SL Active. So that wraps up my favorite things for 2021. I want you to check them out. If you have any questions, please message me. Click any of the links below to find the products. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode, and something special is going to be coming this year as well that I'm going to be sharing with you very soon. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, take care, have fun, and I'll see you next time.